Hello. Today we're going to tour a home that is affectionately known as a Likeichler. And what that means is that it has many of the mid-century elements that we have grown so fond of and that you see so often on this channel, but it is not actually attributed to Joseph himself. Let's get started on the tour. I'll be interested in your feedback and what you think. Is this a better house because it's not an Eichler, or are you going to hold to your guns and go for the actual name brand Eichler itself? Come on, let's take a tour. Today's home that we're going to tour is affectionately known as a Likeichler. This is a home that shares many qualities with the homes Joseph Eichler designed, but the architect on this particular home is not Eichler himself. Coming in, the similarities are instantly apparent. We have post and beam construction in a soaring atrium. Fans of this channel will recognize the similarities right off the bat, the look and the feel. But here's the thing about this house, is while it shares a lot of design features with the Eichler homes, this one was built in 1963. Most of the Eichlers were built in the 50s, and so there's a number of benefits to the relatively newer construction. And I'm going to point those out along the way as we move around this house. The kitchen has been upgraded recently and has been managed with the eye of a chef. We have a 6-burner Wolf range, a large island, a huge sink, and double ovens. The space opens up onto the family room with access to the backyard, and then also shares access to the formal dining area. We're going to go down the hall and see 4 bedrooms and 2.5 baths. If you're unfamiliar with Eichlers, check out my video called Eichler Magic. I'll put a link here. This discusses some of the issues that could crop up in an Eichler home, and we review the design features and possible design and maintenance challenges. If you're already familiar with Eichlers, then I'm going to continue on and just point out some of the benefits of this home. First of all, most Eichlers are built using slab construction and have in-floor radiant heating. This home has a little bit higher ceilings than the average Atrium model Eichler, and it also has forced air heating. This runs along the space in the middle of the roofline, and that higher roofline has allowed them to hide the ductwork in this house. So what you can see here are the high ceilings and the post and beam construction, and what you don't see is the hidden ductwork. In the fine mid-century tradition, this house does not feature grand-sized bathrooms. But the good news is that this house has a primary ensuite in the primary suite, and it also has a guest bath and a hall bath. One of the features that I was delighted to see is this set of paper Soji style screens off the formal living room. They divide and give privacy to and from the living room and the atrium. These screens really reached popularity in the late 50s and early 60s and remained popular through the 70s. They are one of the options that I see featured in some Eichlers. It was fun to find them here. This particular system has 4 stacked together on one side and a further floating 1 on the other side. Outside, we have half of a wall of glass that we would expect to see in some of our mid-mod homes. And then on the bedroom side, there's a little bit more privacy. There are windows, but it's not wall-to-wall, floor-to-ceiling, glass, and sliders. This home enjoys a lot of paved area. It would be very low-maintenance landscaping out here. Let's take a quick peek at the garage and the mechanicals. This is a really typical garage of its era, and here we have a well-loved workspace, the water heater, a water softener, a utility sink, and they've made the decision to have the washer and dryer out in the garage. When we look at any house, it's important to do at least a visual inspection yourself of the mechanicals of the house. It is not the most glamorous part of any tour, but it is one of the most important parts of any tour. And speaking of mechanicals, I want to point out here, this is what separates this home from an Eichler, and that is this furnace. This offers the home central forced air heating. So here we see the furnace, and then above it we can see the ductworks. These are hidden behind the walls and not visible. And now I want to show you a surprise that I found in the kitchen. In this separate cupboard is a hydraulic lift that would allow you to put in a mixer stand that would carry the weight of a mixer. It's very exciting. I have seen this feature online before, but I have not come across it in real life. So I wanted to share it with you here. I'd be curious to know if you liked this house better than the standard courtyard Eichler, or if this house just doesn't match up with your expectations. If you're looking to make a home in the Silicon Valley, reach out and give me a call. I'd be happy to talk with you about mid-century or any other construction that you'd like to look at. I look forward to connecting live.